The January transfer window in La Liga is quickly approaching. It's going to be starting on January 2nd, 2025 and end on February 3rd, 2025. This is going to be a time for all La Liga teams to have a chance to strengthen their rosters, address some injuries or struggling positions mid-season. So for FC Barcelona, this is very, very important because the amount of injuries we have encountered for the first 5 to 6 months has been a lot. And I believe that while yes, we have a great, strong starting 11 with Lewandowski as the number 9, Rafinha on the left wing position, Barcelona do need great backup players because we just don't know when FC Barcelona might encounter another injury that could be in the attack. Like for example, look at what happened with Lamine Yamal. Without Lamine Yamal, Barcelona looked like a different team. And so could we see Hansi Flick, Deco, and Joan Laporta pull some strings to maybe add more strength to the attack and to make sure that Barcelona never drop their level? So in this video, we are going to be addressing who exactly Barcelona could sign in the January transfer window. Like what is possible? It has also been reported 2 days ago that Barcelona hopes to operate under the 1-1 rule in the market following the activation of the new lever. And that new lever is Barcelona selling the VIP seats for the brand new Camp Nou for 100 million euros. That is going to be the cash injection that Barcelona will receive, and it's also going to allow for Joan Laporta to register Dani Olmo and Pau Victor in La Liga. And hopefully after those registrations are completed, and also with the renewals of Pedri and Gavi, Barcelona might have the opportunity to maybe bring in one player in the January transfer window. But the main question is, who could that player be? So let's go through the list. One of the players that has been discussed in the past 2 or 3 weeks that we have not talked about in this channel is Caio Henrique from AS Monaco. He is a left back who does cost around 18 million euros according to the transfer market. He does have a contract with Monaco until 2027, and he did join Monaco back in 2020. So he has been there for a good minute. He's 27 years old, so for sure he can be a backup to Alejandro Balde in case Alejandro Balde ever does get injured, or maybe Balde is not providing a good level. Henrique is a player that brings experience, right? More leadership to the team. He is Brazilian, by the way, so as you can imagine, maybe this could be a great signing for Barcelona, because if we have Rafinha on the left wing position with Henrique right behind him, they'll be able to communicate a lot because they do speak the same language. So that transition is going to be very easy. And he can also play in certain positions besides the left back position, like as a attacking midfielder, which is crazy. He can also play as a left wing back, but I don't believe a position like that is going to be present under Hansi Flick's Barca. That position just does not exist. So overall, he would be used as a left back. This is a player that has had so many experiences across Spain, Brazil, and France. He first started back in 2016 playing for Santos B. He eventually went to Atletico Madrid, and he was being tossed around for the first 2 to 3 years, going to Fluminense or going to Paraná from a team in Brazil. Then he went to a team like Grêmio. He was being tossed around so many times because Atletico Madrid just couldn't find a good position for him or a good role for him. And eventually, once he came back from Grêmio and went back to Atletico Madrid back in 2020, Atletico Madrid finally just has given up on him, and they sold him to Monaco for 8 million euros. And with the reports suggesting that Barcelona have strong interest in Henrique, could this finally be the time for Henrique to make his comeback in Spain and to show to the world why it was a mistake for Diego Simeone to let him leave to a different team? Keep in mind that maybe Barcelona could get him on loan. They don't directly have to buy him, so anything is possible. Now let's move on towards the next player, which is also going to be from AS Monaco, and that is Vanderson. I know this name sounds very familiar to you guys because yes, Barcelona have been linked to Vanderson before. I don't know if you guys remember, but I also made a video about how Barcelona should strengthen the right back position because Dest is unreliable, Semedo sucked. Vanderson was seen as a great right back in 2020, a young right back. He's still only 23 years old, so as you can imagine, back when Barcelona were linked to Vanderson, he was around 19 years old or barely turning 19 years old. Now he's 23. He has spent a few years at Monaco, and he's still providing great value to Monaco and also for himself. He is showcasing that he can be a great right back, and he can be that player to finally give Jules Koundé some rest, because Jules Koundé plays the most minutes at this club. He cannot get any rest, and he almost does seem immovable. Yes, we do have Hector Fort. Yes, we do have other players like Araujo who can also play in those positions, but I believe that Hansi Flick is missing a ideal pure right back, right? A pure right back that has been playing in that position for the past 6 to 7 years. Vanderson can be one of those players. He currently does cost 20 million euros according to the transfer market. He did join Monaco back on January 1st, 2022, and his contract does not expire until June 30th, 2028. And just like Henrique, Vanderson can play in multiple positions. He can play as a right winger, as a right midfielder, but mostly as a right back, and that's mainly because he knows how to provide a lot of value in the attack. In the final third, he is amazing. He is very well known for his take-ons, his ability to make assists. Currently right now in this season, he has played 19 matches so far, so he's being utilized a lot and has scored 2 goals and provided 3 assists, 2 in the Champions League with no goals scored yet in the Champions League, and then in the league he has scored 1 goal and 1 assist. And most importantly, he has been very consistent since back in 2021 when he made that move to Monaco, because in the 2021-2022 season he played 22 matches, scored 2 goals and provided 3 assists. The following season, the 2022-2023 season, 39 matches, 1 goal and 4 assists. In the next season, which was last season, he played 23 matches, scored 3 goals and 1 assist, and currently right now it is his best season yet with the 19 matches played, 2 goals and 3 assists, like what we have discussed before. So this guy does seem like he is on record to break his previous records on paper. And so yes, the interest for Vanderson is strong. He would provide a lot of depth, competition in the right back position. I want to see Jules Koundé get challenged. There has been multiple times this season where Jules Koundé has had ups and downs, and we need more consistency. So now moving on towards the last player, which is going to be Nico Williams. I know this one's going to sound crazy. I know that it's crazy to even think about that Nico might leave Athletic Club in the middle of the season, even though he did say that, yeah, I want to be with Athletic Club because I just want to win titles with the team. But here's the thing. Deco did state back in the summer that Nico Williams was so ready to leave. He was. Like, he did not think about, I'm going to stay here for 1 more season and I want to win trophies. That was never talked about before. What Deco said was that Barcelona had the 65 million euros ready to pay for the player, but the league could not give Barcelona the guarantee to register Nico Williams, which in return, Nico Williams and the agent were like, you know what, just forget about it. We're just going to stay here for 1 more season because we don't want to take that chance of my player being unregistered at his new club. I mean, like, think about it, right? Dani Olmo barely got registered, and that was because of Andreas Christensen's injury. And so that's why the agent was like, okay, I looked at the financials of Barcelona. We had conversations. Even though Nico Williams is saying yes to move to Barcelona, even though you guys do have the money as well to pay for the player, I don't want him to come in. I don't want to have Nico Williams as a free agent. He needs to be reassured the registration. So this whole narrative about Nico Williams not wanting to come to Barcelona was never really real. I mean, like, yes, now he is saying that I wanted to stay for 1 more season and whatever, but it is all PR. It is all media play. Yes, it would have been better if Nico Williams still stepped up and said, you know, I don't care. I want to join Barcelona. I know that Barcelona seem weak right now from the financial perspective, but I want to join no matter what because I believe in this team. That would have really hit us hard. That would have hit us hard, like, oh my God, like, this guy he's a real man. This guy does not play around. But because Nico Williams was being told by the agent that this was not the best move, that is what allowed us to get angry. With Dani Olmo, it's a different story. Dani Olmo said, yeah, I'm coming no matter what. I believe in this Barcelona team that they're going to register me, and you know, we did. So Nico Williams potentially joining Barcelona in January is, I would say, a slight possibility. Like, if Barcelona really wanted it and they communicated to Nico and Athletic Club that this is the move they want to make, Barcelona can make that happen. They have the 65 million euros to spend, and I believe that if you can bring in Nico Williams in the middle of this season, it would be great because it will give Rafinha a lot of rest. You can also rest Lamine Yamal if you want to, right? You can take out Lamine Yamal, put Rafinha on the right wing position, Nico Williams on the left, you're good. Or you can have Nico Williams on the left wing position and Lamine Yamal on the right wing position with Dani Olmo in between those 2 players, right? It is the exact same team that won the Euros earlier this year, back in the summer. And I was looking back at that team, right? I was looking at the highlights of the Spanish national team playing in the Euros and how they played with Lamine Yamal, Nico Williams, Morata, and all those players, right? I'm like, dude, this attack just seems amazing with Olmo there. Also, this attack looks very fast, very in tune. The chemistry is there. Like, I wished this were to happen at Barcelona, and that is what Deco and Joan Laporta wanted, but it just couldn't happen at that time back in August 2024. So fast forward 5 to 6 months later, with this new cash injection, the potential signing of Nico could be real, and I would love for Nico to join and really give us the extra dynamism with the flair and speed and dribbling that he does have, and bring that to the left wing position, which is something that we have been missing. But that is it, right? Like, I don't see Barcelona signing or going for any other player. It just doesn't make any sense to go for like let's just say, for example, Jonathan Tah. He's going to be free in about 5 months, so why pay any cash for him now? Same thing with Jonathan David. He's going to be free in the summer. Like, if Barcelona have interest in reinforcing the striker position, it doesn't make any sense for us to bring in Jonathan David because he's going to be free in about 4 to 5 months, so why pay for him now? Very similar to Tah. So I don't see anybody being signed in terms of they're going to be a free transfer in about 5 to 6 months later from today. But with Nico Williams, Vanderson, and Caio, Henrique, it's a different story. So let me know in the comment sections down below, which out of these 3 players would you like to see Barcelona sign? Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.